On Global TV News Express, Tinubu commiserated with ex-defense minister over wife's death. Mazi Ozigwe sworn in as 32nd NBA president. Business Abuja Industrial Park will generate 14,000 jobs, boosting Nigeria's economy, says Wike. Federal government approved 50% electricity subsidy for hospitals. Out of all, the US, China clash over Taiwan and Russia. On sports, Chelsea submit official bid for Osimhen. Hello and welcome to all of viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Express on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I'm Medika Michael. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Nigam. We begin by telling you that President Bola Tinubu has extended condolences to elder statesman and former Minister of Defense Professor Iya Abubakar over the passing of his wife Aja Omo Abubakar. Mrs. Abubakar was also the mother-in-law of the National Security Advisor Malam Ribadu, who passed away at about Abuja at 78 years. In a statement by his special advisor on media and publicity during Galile, President Tinubu extolled the disease for her devotion to God and dedication to family values, saying she will be remembered for her good deeds. The President prayed for God's mercies on the departed and urged her family to maintain the good name she left behind. Former Deputy National Chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Chief Bode George, has said ex-Vice President Atiku Abubakar must wait until 2031 if he is desperate to run for the president again. George, in a statement, stated that power would not return to the north, where Atiku is from, until 2031. But in a swift reaction, Atiku's media advisor Paul Libe knocked George, describing his comment as insensitive and premature. Now, the federal government told the Federal Ministry of Education has set up a subcommittee to review the demands of academic staff union of universities. This as both parties agreed to reconvene by September 6, 2024. These decisions were taken at the end of a closed-door meeting held at the Ministry of Education in Abuja. And now the federal government has appealed to the members of the National Association of Resident Doctors to call off their 7-day warning strike. The Minister of State for Health, Dr. Tunji Alausa, made the call in Kaduna during a visit to the National High Center. According to Alausa, negotiations are ongoing to ensure the safety of the kidnapped colleague, Dr. Ginayat Popular. And on the Polish Ministry of Foreign Affairs has announced that a group of Polish students and a lecturer detained in Nigeria have been released. The University of Warsaw students were arrested earlier this month in Kano after being accused of raising Russian flags during an anti-government protest. The protest, which began on August 1st, drew tens of thousands of Nigerians, major youth, into the street, fueled by the widespread discontent over the President Bola Tinubu's economic reforms. And now the federal government has appealed to members of the National Association of Resident Doctors to suspend their ongoing 7-day warning strike. This plea comes as efforts has intensified to secure the release of Dr. Ginayat, the Kaduna-based doctor who has been in captivity for nearly 9 months. Our Minister of State out, Dr. Tunji Alausa, during a visit to National High Center in Kaduna, stressed that the government is actively negotiating to ensure the safe return. And now the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Adebayo Ayetola, has expressed concern over the rising incidence of drugs and human trafficking threatening the marine sector. Ayatollah said that these are the Maritime Security Conference organized by the Maritime Security Providers Association of Nigeria and alumni of the Maritime Academy of the country. The event was themed Drugs and Human Smuggling and Trafficking, the Evolving Maritime Security, Threat to Ships and the Seafarers. The Niger State Police Command has assured residents of the state of their safety despite the recent uncovering and destruction of explosive devices. The command spokesman, Wazir Abiodun, gave the assurance in a statement in which he said there was no critical threat of any kind targeted at any public area or vehicle necessary for piloting a commercial passenger aircraft, which led to his conviction on August 16, 2024. And now to Zamfara. Zamfara State Police Command has condemned the killing of one of its officers, Aliyu Liman, who was shot and killed by the military personnel. The command demanded a thorough investigation into the circumstances surrounding the incident and ensure that those responsible were brought to book. In a statement issued to newsmen, the command spokesperson ASP Yazid Abubakar said the command was deeply disturbed by the senseless killing of Liman, who was until his death the DPO in charge of Wazago Division in Kebbi State. As part of measures to safeguard public health, the Delta State government called on members of the public to exercise caution and patronize only registered and licensed medicine shops. The Delta State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Joseph Onaja, remembered the call during an ongoing field monitoring exercise of the state task force on the counterfeit and fake drugs and wholesome processed food in Sapele. Represented by the chairman of the Delta State Task Force on Counterfeit and Fake Drugs and wholesome processed, the commissioner said that it is numerous if the inspections conducted to far in 2024 alone had over 50 illegal medicine shops that has been closed down. The World Health Organization has given the green light to Gavi and UNICEF to proceed with the procurement of vaccines for the prevention of outbreaks, especially the monkeypox, pending the decisions of United World Health Organization. The Director General, Dr. Tedros, said this in a statement. He said that for 4 years, the organization has been calling for more research and for the development of diagnostic therapeutics and vaccine for mpox. Now, a new outbreak of diarrhea has claimed the lives of more than 40 people, mostly children, in Kano State. Several dozens others have been hospitalized due to the disease. An anonymous hospital official who requested to remain unharmed due to media restrictions reported a high-value death toll from the outbreak. The official explained that the hospital is overwhelmed because in many local government areas, the hospitals lack the necessary facilities to manage such cases. Away from that, the Ondo State Sector Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps has warned the motorists plying the state against violating traffic rules which could lead to road accidents, resulting in loss of lives. The Ondo State Sector Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Bitoye Samo, gave the advice while confirming a road accident which occurred at the Ondore Expressway at the Jue community in Odeba local government area of Ondo State on Tuesday night. And no fewer than 16 people were burnt to death, while 3 sustained injuries in the fatal road accident. On the sad note, the Commissioner of Police, Akwa Ibom Police Command Wahid Ayilara, is dead. He died this morning at the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, Ikeja. Let Ayilara, former Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of the State Criminal Investigation Department, Yaba Lagos, was said to have attended his boss' son's wedding and a senior colleague's retirement and birthday ceremony in Lagos. The news of his death left many in shock and disbelief, particularly his colleagues who saw him at the social gathering. You're watching News Express here on Global Television, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. When News Express returns, Abuja Industrial Park will generate 40,000 jobs and boost Nigeria's economy, says Minister Wike. Details of these and more will be back after this break. Do stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us on News Express. Now to business. The Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has stated that the Abuja Industrial Park, currently under development by the ZBC Group, will generate 40,000 jobs and boost Nigeria's economy once it becomes fully operational. Wike made this remark during his visit to the site situated in a dual industrial zone in Abuja. Our minister, visibly impressed by the progress at the park, assured that he will personally brief President Bola Tinubu on his observations. The federal government has approved a 50% subsidy for the electricity consumed in hospitals across the nation. This followed a promise by the Minister of Power, Adelabu, that the federal government will subsidize electricity in hospitals and universities even if they are in Band A feeders. The Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Tunji Alauson, announced that the federal government has approved the 50% electricity subsidy for public hospitals. And our still on business, the Nigerian Export Promotion Council reported that non-oil exports generated $2.7 billion in the first half of 2024, representing a 6.26% increase from the $2.5 billion recorded during the same period in 2023. And this was disclosed by the Executive Director and Chief Executive Noya Yeni during the presentation of the progress report on non-oil export performance for H1 2024 in Abuja. I decided that the total volume of exports during the review period was about 3.834 million metric tons, with over 211 products exported, ranging from agricultural commodities to products from extractive industries. And now the Minister of Power, Adelabu, has clarified that electricity consumers who get free prepaid meters will have up to 10 years to repay the cost. Adelabu's statement contradicts claims that customers who pay for meters will be refunded through the energy credit. Speaking recently in Ibadan, the minister who acknowledged that the cost of meters had been on the inquiry said funding was a major challenge. According to Adelabu, the federal government will fund the meter procurement through the different initiatives while the customers pay back over time. Nigeria's Aviation Minister Festus Keyamo says Nigeria signed a memorandum of understanding with an American aerospace company to enhance sustainable development in the country's aviation sector. The minister will disclose this today in a statement which noted that the MOU, among several other packages, will provide leadership development training to help airlines in the country enhance their leadership pipeline. And now the foreign scene, a senior Chinese military official warned the United States to stop the collision with Taiwan with top White House aide Jake Sullivan stressed that the importance of stability in the tense trade in the Ray one-on-one meeting, both sides said. Sullivan arrived in Beijing, the first U.S. National Security Advisor to visit China since 2016, for 3 days of talks with Foreign Ministers Wang Yi and other high-ranking officials. The visit came as China became embroiled in security rows with United States allies Japan and Philippines. Our European Union Foreign Affairs Chief Joseph Borrell has asked the 27 European Union member states to impose sanctions on Israeli government members. The proposed sanctions targeted the Israel Finance Minister Bezos and the National Security Minister Itamar will learn from the European Union officials shortly before the foreign ministers' meeting today. And on to sports, Chelsea have finally submitted a formal offer for Victor Osimhen after several months of Napoli striker being linked with the Premier League. According to the transfer expert, the Blues have presented an official bid to players' agent Roberto, while formal talks with Napoli are expected to have begun on Wednesday. Osimhen has already informed Napoli of his desire to leave, and it remains to be seen if all parties can reach an agreement before the August 31st transfer deadline. Mazi Ozigwe, the senior advocate of Nigeria, has been sworn in as the 32nd president of Nigerian Bar Association in Lagos. Ozigwe takes over from Mr. Yakubu Mekayu-san, whose tenure ended today. And as we begin to wrap up, let's take a look at our big stories. Tinubu commiserated with ex-defense minister over wife's death. Mazi Ozigwe sworn in as 32nd MBA president. In business, Abuja Industrial Park will generate 40,000 jobs and boost Nigeria's economy, says Minister Wike. Federal government approved 50% electricity subsidy for hospitals. On the foreign scene, the United States, China clash over Taiwan and Russia. On the sports, Chelsea submit official bid for Osimhen. And that's the package on News Express coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We are on DSTV channel 365, Start Times channel 276, and free to air. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using @Global TV NG and other handles nationally on the screen. I'm Medika Mike. Thanks for watching and staying with us on News Express. See you very shortly.